Hi friends, and welcome to the tutorial number 11 of my holiday series. This time I'm going to stretch some of my non-holiday supplies to create a Christmas card. All I have to do is to choose the right color palette and add the right embellishments and a sentiment. So let's get started. To begin with, I have created a card base which is 4 by 8 3/4 out of baby blue cardstock. Plus, I'm going to use a panel that is just slightly smaller than my card base. Next, I'm going to use one of the background dies from Slimline card builder die set. That one includes 3 different dies with 3 different patterns. This one to me looks like a frost on a window. By the way, there is one more that is very much like a snowflake. Just go and check it out. I just have to pop out all the tiny cutouts and then my panel is ready to go on a card. So those dies are from Slimline round panel die set, which coordinates with the Slimline card builder. I have used the rosette die together with the cutting outline to create that round medallion. Plus I'm going to use that circle frame die. I've die cut it 3 times out of white cardstock. The reason I have made 3 is of course to layer them. So I'm going to apply some glue and stick all the die cuts one on top of another to create more dimension. Next, I'm going to apply some liquid glue at the wrong side of that circle frame and I'm going to stick it down right onto the lacy panel, just like this. And as always, the tools and supplies that I'm using are listed down below in the description box, as well as on my blog. Now I'm going to use a craft knife to create an open window on a lacy panel. That's pretty easy to do. I'm just leaning the knife onto the frame, which creates the ridge, and I'm pulling it along until I have everything cut out. So this is what my panel with the window looks like at the moment. My next task is to attach that blue circle medallion onto the card base right behind the window. So what I'm doing is I'm placing that medallion onto the lacy panel at the wrong side and I'm securing it with a couple of pieces of washi tape, and then I'm going to apply the liquid glue to the medallion only. Then I'm flipping over my panel, I'm centering it on my card base and I'm pressing down the medallion so that it sticks to the surface. Then I can remove the panel and then I'm going to remove the washi tape quickly before the glue dries. Now I'm going to create a sentiment. I'll be using the sentiment label from my latest stamp set, that is Christmas Sentiments, and this one also has a matching die. The die is from the die set that is called Christmas Essentials. So now I'm placing a piece of navy blue cardstock, the same one that I used for the rosette, inside my stamping tool, and I'm going to stamp out the sentiment using the Versamark ink. Then I'm going to apply some white embossing powder since I want my sentiment to be white on blue. And then of course I'm going to heat set it. Once the embossing powder is dry, which takes just a few seconds, I'm going to use the matching die to die cut that sentiment. And by the way, the die creates the pretty debossed line all around the label. I'm attaching the sentiment label with the foam tape right onto the panel next to the circle window. Before I attach the panel onto the card base, I'm going to add my decorations, and for the medallion I'm going to use the plastic navy blue jewels, and those are by Cat Scrappiness. I'm attaching the jewels onto the center as well as all around the medallion following the die cut pattern, and I'm using the different sizes of jewels. So this is what the sparkly medallion now looks like, and then I'm also going to add a couple of jewels onto the label, and this way it's going to match the medallion even more. And since it's a Frosty card, it is going to require even more sparkles. So I'm also going to use the white jewels, and I'm going to add them onto my lacy white panel. Once all the embellishments are attached, I'm going to flip the panel over, and I'm going to add some foam squares at the wrong side of it. The ones I'm using are by CraftStash, and those are 3 millimeters thick, so they are really going to raise up the panel above the card base. When all the foam squares are attached, I'm going to place the panel onto the card base, making sure the window goes right over that medallion. Press it down really slightly to make all the foam squares stick onto the card base, and my card is done. And this is what my Frosty Slimline card looks like. I really hope you enjoyed today's tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. Please come back tomorrow because I'm going to publish another tutorial that is going to feature a new fun product. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.